What's up, guys? Welcome back. I've got something a little bit different here today. This is the Modelcollect MAN10138x8 High-mobility off-road truck. 172 scale. I actually got this on sale at a kit in St. George for actually $10. It was on clearance. And it just looked interesting. I'd never done something like this before, so I picked it up. The instructions are pretty nice. You know, they're detailed. I didn't find it hard at all to know where I needed to put anything. It wasn't too long, but as you can see, especially during the chassis, there is a lot of little parts. Building the whole suspension and everything. All the wheels. The wheels actually being two pieces. Well, technically, with the hubs, three, but it did make it a little annoying to put together and try to get the lines out. But other than that, it did come with photo etch parts. Let's see. Yeah, it did come with a little photo etch. I don't know what you call it, panel. I don't know. Which was nice. It was a nice kit for the $10. I don't know if personally I would have paid the $35 for it, considering everything. Comes on 2, 3, 4, 5 sprues. And I have to say, the plastic is hard, but it's also brittle. It comes with a lot of these tow hooks, and as you can see here, let's see if I can focus. When you go to cut them off the sprue, there's a big chance they're just gonna snap. You can see this one here. You can see on this side. Luckily, these are tiny. The kit does show putting all of these on. After like this whole row basically broke, I just didn't mess with it. So there's a couple on there, but not many. And then, like I said, it comes with photo etch and a decal sheet. But that is the one thing, the instructions do not show any decals. So it's kind of up to you. I didn't go too crazy, but got plastic on my desk. Here's the truck all finished, and it turned out pretty nice. I will say I had trouble getting all the wheels straight. They're still not perfect. The wheels probably are the weakest part of the kit, just because of the seam lines and trying to sand them off without ruining your treads or morphing things together. But as far as when I saw the transmission and the suspension and everything, I thought it may not be the easiest, but actually everything lined up really well. Let's see if I can find those. Yeah, so back here is where I put those little rings, if you can see that. You can build it with the crane right here extended or not extended. My shelf is small, and considering the fragility of the plastic, I thought it may be a better idea to go with it folded up. Your photo etch parts, the biggest ones are these flat panels. And then the engine fan is photo etch, but you can't see that all the way down in there. But yeah, it turned out pretty nice. It was a fun build. Probably the most detailed 172 kit I've done. You can see some of the decals I put on there. The paint that I used was actually, because there's no callouts in the instructions, I kind of just took this and tried to match up the best that I could. And it ended up being this jump wind paint that I had, deep olive green. It's a lacquer paint. And basically I just used what I've seen some people call a black basing technique, where you spray your primer coat black, and then you don't actually pre-shade. I guess you could call it pre-shading, but you go over your high points first with your base color, and then you kind of blend the rest, so you still get a nice model of color, and then it does look worn. Then I did some weathering on it with some panel liners and some pigments. Part of me wanted to go all out with the mud, but also I didn't, if something was caked in mud, in my opinion, I feel like they probably wouldn't leave it caked in mud. So I try to go for a more just like daily use machine, driving around base, or in just, it's not brand new, but it's been used around, and it's been cleaned and stuff. It's been out in the weather. So I tried to focus more on the wheels. I used a couple of different colors of shaders, oil paints, and pigments to try to give a not so uniform look of color in there. And then I tried to kind of slosh it up in these wheel wells. It looked a lot better than when it dried. It wasn't that thick, so I kind of left it there. And then the fuel tank, let's see if you can see that. I tried to kind of, my light is over here, so it's kind of hard to see. I tried to leave some fuel streaks, and it was fun. This was actually the first model I started when I moved in here, but I got kind of discouraged on how tiny the pieces were, and some of the pieces were breaking, like these mud flaps here broke a couple of times. These side view mirrors, when I cut them off, the skinny parts broke, and this ladder also had the same problem. So I was getting a little frustrated. So I took a break and I built that FW190 that I showed previously, and then I built this truck. So yeah, I've never done anything by Modelcollect. I've looked up some more of their models. Surprisingly, a lot of heavy-duty trucks, actually most of what I found. And they actually do some of those like Russian trucks that pull the missile launchers. So that might be something interesting to do in the future. However, for the price and how brittle the plastic was, it's nice because it comes with a photo etch and stuff, but I don't know, 1/72 scale and fragile plastic is it can be a frustrating time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What have you guys been working on? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the truck, and we'll see you in the next one.